Alright, what's up everyone? Today I am dusting this charming little polychrome figure. I believe him to be either Tibetan or Japanese. Now, my reason for saying this is that he has this little, je ne sais, leopard or tiger pelt that he's wearing, which is very emblematic of Tibetan Buddhist deities. But now his pants also look very Japanese to me, and the overall style of polychrome wood with several layers of paint application is very emblematic of traditional Japanese craftsmanship. Now, if he was Japanese, I would think that he'd be in the cute little Zishu Buddhist shrine box, traveling Buddhist temple. As I said, if he was Japanese, he'd be protected in a little Zishu shrine box. As I can flash, I'll do some editing. And he wouldn't have any dust because he'd be conserved in that fashion. But he has been out probably for 60 years, 40 years, and he is very dusty. Now, if I edit this video, hopefully, and do the cropping correctly, hopefully you can see the details of the dust coming off. And indeed, it is very satisfying. Let me perhaps zoom in. All right, so I just re-changed the camera so you hopefully get a better view of the ever so charming dust coming off. It's charming that it's coming off. Dust is not charming in itself. And anyway, I'm not sure if he's Tibetan or Japanese, or maybe he's Indian. Anyway, if you have thoughts, please chime in the comments. I'd love to know what you're thinking. So anyway, here we go. I'm not wetting this. I just want to do a little, very soft cleanup. But, I mean, look at that, just a few touches. There, you can see, it's already disgusting. Now, my key objective in doing this is to get enough off that it won't deteriorate the paint any more than already has happened. You know, it's not in perfect shape. It has some miscellaneous chips and fractures because it's old. You know, you have to respect things that are old. I'm going to move them a little down now. And just so you can see better what happens with the hair. Here we go. Now, if I was a museum, I would have a microscopic vacuum. Or I guess they don't call it a micro vacuum, but a very small vacuum cleaner. And look at that amount of dust, disgusting. And that's how they would do this. Do they call it a micro vacuum? Maybe they do. That's what a professional would use. I'm not a professional. I'm just trying to do the best that I myself can, given the resources I have. And it's also fragile, and I don't want any dust coming off. Well, and they do kind of a process of scraping. Anyway, with this micro vacuum. For getting the correct phrase for it. Now that's already quite a bit better. And there is some that has set into the seams here. You know, I don't want to press too hard to get any flakes, but I just want to lightly as possible get out what I can. Now I see more on the camera here. Sorry, I just blew some off. There's something very soothing about all this, I dare say. It looks like he... let me zoom in with my own eyes. Oh, that might just be dust accumulation. What I would like is to maybe get him a little Zusha box. Now, most of the ones that I saw in Japan of this kind of form were very wrathful Buddhas. The ones with the flames behind them. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, let me do a little flip here very carefully. There's this rear. And I'll zoom out a little. There we are. He's on these very emblematically Buddhist kind of pedestals. You'd see these like as column bases in many temples. And so it's a very curious composition. You know, maybe I don't even know what to suspect. Maybe someone that migrated from Tibet to Japan, or I don't know. not know what to make of him and what he's holding. He's holding something. Oh, there's a section of chip paint there. I don't want to take that out. And anyway. Anyway, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I just want to stop deterioration, because that's what happens with like lacquer things too. Dust sets in, and ooh, did you see that dust bunny come off there? Ugh, nasty. I got this at an estate sale, and a lot of it was described as group of 4 Indian and Hindu artifacts. Well, in with that were 2 Cambodian bells. Look at that. So it was not all strictly Cambodian. All right, so if you were watching very, very closely, I rather lost my train of thought just a moment ago. And because as I was scrubbing in the little crotch between the pillar posts, the lotus forms, these 2, oops, well, you focus there. No, it's not focusing. These 2 little flakes fell off, and these are very, very green flakes. And I was like, oh crap, did I lose a piece? Where did these come from? Did I brush too hard and snap something off? And I reviewed the footage, and the answer is no. So that's very, very, very exciting, frankly, for me, because that means these 2 little pieces, which are from somewhere on his body, I imagine here, were hiding in here. So I'm going to set these aside, possibly use these for future restoration. 90% sure they're from there. But anyway, I'm excited. So I didn't break anything. So that's good. All right, I'm back now. So yeah, I was saying, as I was saying, I got this with a lot of one Ganesh statue, which is genuinely Hindu-Indian, and 2 Cambodian Khmer bells. I think I got the whole lot for like about $40 from a estate sale auction. Now, I don't like estate sale auctions generally. It's usually because I don't win anything. But I like winning. I like it when I win. It's not one of those professional auction house ones. It's just an estate sale company turned auction, as so many have done in this day and age. I much rather go to an estate sale, wait an hour outside for a good one, and go in. I'm just lightly blowing on this as needed to remove dust. I'd love to get him a little Zusha box. Zusha box. I think he needs one. Again, if you have any ideas about whether it's Tibetan, Japanese, or what deity he may be, please say so in the comments. Love to get your ideas. All right. I'm just going to lightly blow. Okay, not so lightly maybe, but what's this? No, that's just dust. Okay. A large piece of dust. Can you hear it? I should get one of those professional microphones, so maybe you could hear it. No, if I was feeling really, really, really professional, I would probably use some kind of substance applied to the cotton swabs and Q-tips. I just want to do a light little cleaning. And you can see some has already festered into the bottom and made it very kind of this gray, given it this grayish appearance. Instead of black. There's some blue in here, interestingly. So every detail I see the more details, the more I think it's Japanese. Anyway, I love polychrome wood so much. Have you guys been following F1? I just binged Drive to Survive season 7 in the last few days. Love it. I need to start watching actual F1, as it happens, because I feel like they somewhat cut out a lot. It seemed like with this last season, they really cut a lot of the later races. I suppose they have to compress 24 races into 10 episodes, but still. Like, there were some teams you barely heard anything about. Look at that dust coming off. Oh, this is red. I didn't even know this was red under here. So that's why you gotta do this. I have a bigger one. This guy's only almost as tall as my hand. I have one that's 3 foot tall, Japanese Edo era. I just got this year too. It is definitely worth a clean. Now he's too big to put in a Zushu box. And he's not meant to be put in one. He's a je ne sais, daimyo. Daimyo. I always love daimyo versus daimyo. Is that dirty? Did you see the tip of this? This was white when we started. Let's see, I think I'll just, I use this for broad strokes. Maybe I'll wad it up a little. I don't quite like the effect. It's catching on some of the little crevices and cracks, which I don't really need or want. I don't want that, frankly, but it's adverse. Look at the dust coming off here now. There's some dust here we can get. Oh, look at the amount of detritus compiled in here. So this should be this color red. I'm sorry, it should be pronounced detritus. I always preferred the pronunciation detritus, though. I don't know why. I just did. Let me just blow gently now. There. What might be good is some canned air. I don't have any on me right now. See, I didn't realize how colorful the bases were. You got red, you got blue, some greenish gold. Have you fallen asleep yet? Is that what people watch AMS are for? To fall asleep? Someone told me restoration videos were good for falling asleep too the other day. Which means maybe you get a lot of views. Let me just blow on it slightly. Alright, well that's majorly improved because you can at least see the colors in the base now. Just looking for other things I should do. Yeah, not looking for perfection. Maybe I'll just do the brush one more time like this. See if we get any more little fragments that fall out. No, nothing. There's just those two and the dust bunny. So yeah, please like, follow, subscribe. There he is now. You can compare by rewinding to the start of the video, seeing which is he certainly improved. So yeah, cheers, bye-bye. Alright, so to show you my collection of Zushu, Japanese Buddhist shrines or portable altars. So this is the smallest one. This one's about a foot tall. I got this one in Japan actually at a flea market for about $70. Really, really love that one. I had professionally restored them with it was missing a hinge. This one I don't have a box for. I just picked this one up in Iowa. 13 inches tall, nice and shiny. That's the thing about all these, they're all gold, so that under candlelight it just makes the room look magical. This is probably my biggest one. It's really, really phenomenal. I need a box for it though. I haven't translated, well, I did from Japanese. I haven't figured out what it means yet. I know how to say it, most of it in Chinese, da he guo, dijo, something or another, something. Anyway, but this one I really, really like because it has a little brass headpiece and necklace. And actually it's holding something in its hand too. Anyway, that's a good one. Got that one in an estate auction. This one I just got in Iowa. He's a cool and groovy little dude, giving you a peace sign. And now this one's not a Zushu shrine, but it is Je ne sais Polychrome. This is a Japanese Edo daimyo. And he's got these little beautiful inset glass eyes. Yeah, I just love that guy. And he's probably 3 foot tall. I just got him at John McInnes Auctioneers. So thank you, John McInnes. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I don't know if that is Japanese. I would say it would have a little Zusha box to go in. As that one and that one should, and that one do.